Hello everyone, Miss Steele here. So this week we are talking about harmony. And harmony is our last principle of design. We've worked our way through all of the elements of art and the principles of design. Harmony is whenever we're using all of the elements of art together. And your art kind of has a progression to it. So that's what we're going to do because we are going to make our end of the school year banner. So we're going to make a banner that represents our school year. So for this project, you will want, sorry, I'm moving some stuff around, a big piece of paper. And we're going to cut this up so we can have 4 different sections. You want some strips of paper, scissors, pencil and an eraser or art tool basics, glue, and then you want something to color with. I have markers and crowns right here. So we're going to get this stuff out of the way because what we're going to do is we're going to start making our banner. And to do this, we want to fold this in half twice. So first we're going to fold it in half. We're going to bring the corners up together, hold it with one hand, squish it down with your other. And then we're going to fold it one more time. So I'm making for sure my corners match up, and then I'm squishing it down with my other hand. So now we want to decide what we want the shape of our banner to be. I drew up some examples right here. So we could do a triangle, we could do it round, we could do it kind of squared off with a pokey end, or we could do it squared off with the triangle coming up on the inside. So these are all different examples. I think I am going to do this one. So what I want to do is I want to draw the shape. So I'm going to draw my 2 straight lines like this, going down. And then I'm going to make my triangle here on the inside. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it, but I'm going to cut it while it's folded. And because we folded it all up, we're going to get 4 instead of just 1. And because we're cutting it while it's folded, all of the shapes are going to be the same. So I'm going to start cutting out like that. Let's cut off our bottom. So you don't have to do the same shape as me. You could do a different shape. And now we're going to cut the side. Like that. So now we're going to get our trash out of the way. Get this out of the way. And we have 4 different areas now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're going to do with our first part is we're going to write the school year. So this has been the 2020 to 2021 school year. So that's the start. And then we have 1, 2, 3. And what we're going to do on these is we're going to think of something in memory from the beginning of the school year for our first one. So this is going to be our start of the school year. Start of year. You don't have to write this on here. I have one that's ready over here. I'm just showing you what you're going to put on each. So for our second one, we want to put something from the middle of the school year. And then for our last one, we're going to do something that represents the end of the school year. So where we're at right now. And then you'll have this banner to look back on the school year. So for the beginning of the school year, there's a lot of different things you could do. You could write about meeting your teacher, meeting students in your class. You could draw or write words about going school shopping, coming back to school. Anything that you remember or you feel like represents your beginning of the school year. And then for the middle of the school year, you'll do the same thing. You'll think of something maybe around break, before or after we went on winter break, and something to represent the middle of the school year. For our end of the school year, you'll think of something from the end of the school year. Maybe it is getting to see all your friends before we leave. It could be saying goodbye to everyone or getting ready to say goodbye to everyone. It could be getting ready for the summer. Anything that you feel like really stood out for you for the end of the school year. It can be a memory. It can be something with friends, with your teacher, with your PE teacher, with your music teacher, any of them. So I'm going to set these aside because I have one that I have already colored in and made all sorts of fancy. You can see I did a different shape. So I did like I did for this one, but of course I colored it in and made it look all nice. And it's for the 2020-2021 school year. So that's my first one that I did. For my first memory, for the beginning of the school year, I put coming back from summer and seeing everyone. You can see me in a mask. So that's what I did for my beginning of the school year, was coming back and getting to meet all my new students. I always love that. It's always so exciting. For my middle of the school year memory, I did me sitting at my desk at home with my cat because we were back to teaching at home because we were all virtual in the beginning or in the middle of the school year, if you remember. So I did back to teaching at home because I normally teach half online, half in person, but for the middle of the school year, I was teaching all online. And then for the end of the school year, I did all the different weaving projects I did with my students for the end of the school year, because weaving is the last thing I teach as like a big sort of unit. So you can see I have my beginning, or I have my 2021, and then I have my beginning of the school year, middle, and end. So now what I want to do is I want to hang these together, which is why we have these paper strips. What I can do is glue these together, and then I'm going to glue these on here. So I'm going to set these aside, and I'm going to take this, and you can do it straight if you want. You can bend them if you want. I think I'm going to bend mine. I think I'm going to make it kind of like this. And then all I need to do is put down some glue so I can start gluing down things to my banner. And then I'll put my second one right here. So that would be coming back to school. You can see my glue, but it's gonna dry clear. And then right here I can put my my middle of the year. And then right here is where I'll put my last one. Spacing them out. So like I said, you can do it straight, you can do it at an angle, and then that will be my banners that I can keep to represent my school year this year. And I could hang it up somewhere. Here, I'm gonna hold it at the bottom. So you can see me at the bottom holding it. Here it is right here. So I want to remind you, we're going to cut out 4. That's why we folded it up and cut it together. There are a few different shapes you can do for your banner. You can do it round. You can do it like this. You can do it like a long triangle. This one is like a square with a triangle on the end. And then you want to have one that says 2020 to 2021. So we know which school year it is. A memory from the beginning, middle, and end. I cannot wait to see how your projects look and how they come out, and we're using harmony with this. So we're using line, shape, form, value, space, texture, color, all of those things that we've been learning through the school year, all of those art skills, and now we get to use them all together for this project. I will see you guys all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon. Bye.